is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
The termination protocol is now active. The termination protocol is now active. The termination protocol is now active. The termination protocol is now active.
What led you here?
I paid a visit to your boss, Ellis.
Say no more. I know he had a lot of enemies.
Do you know anything about the termination protocol?
I just heard it over the PA system back there. I would offer to stop it, but I don't have access.
I found the failsafe in Ellis' office.
What are you doing?
Did you see him?
Who?
Major Liberty.
Yes. You're not really going back in there for him, are you?
I have to save him.
Hold on. Metahuman Intelligence Agency, Chapter 7, Liberty and Justice for All. Written and directed by Jake Willams. Produced by Cosmic Octave and Purple Lion Company. Starring Jake Willams as Agent Fisher and Major Liberty. Luke Moyer as Bryce Dwayne, Shadowblade, and Cooper Ellis. Ashley Williams as Control. Additional voices by Jake Willams and Luke Moyer.
I know this is a lot, but we're going to need him.
What do you mean we?
I was sent to assassinate Cooper Ellis. Your boss is dead.
Oh, God. It's been one hell of a week.
Sit him down.
I don't know what you think is going to happen. I can't take care of him.
I have a friend that can help you.
Who?
You will know soon enough. We'll keep in touch for sure.
What the hell?
Welcome back, Agent Fisher.
I'm back on the server.
You have been reinstated into the MIA.
Under whose
You have a new video message.
All right. I'll play it, I guess.
I know this can be confusing, but trust me, this has been in the works for a long time. I know you've already met Valerie Becker, and you paid my friend Solomon a visit. The MIA is going to need someone like you.
How is this even possible? Why is Bryce Dwayne talking to me right now?
An MIA extraction team is on its way to pick you up. Once he's ready, I want you to interrogate Major Liberty.
End of message.
All right, we need a cryo-bed stat. We got to keep this guy cool until we get him to a safe environment.
Hey, can I get a ride?
Your ride's right over there, sir.
Thanks. Fuck. Back to work. Hello. My name is Agent Fisher. I'm actually not sure what I should call you.
Call me Liberty.
Well, for the sake of the interview, can you state your government name?
Charles Wagner.
Okay. Now I understand why you wanted to be called by your code name.
Why am I here?
I know you're not used to our customs, but not every day you have a relic like yourself walking around. You were frozen for a few decades. We have questions. Coffee?
No thanks.
All right, suit yourself. Where do you want to start?
Isn't that your job?
Look, you're a living museum. We've got a lot to cover. I'm just asking what part you want to bore me with first.
Fair enough. What department are you working for?
Well, now who's doing the interview? Really? Nothing? Tough crowd. I work with a relatively new agency. One that you're kind of responsible for. The Metahuman Intelligence Agency. That's why I'm here.
You want to know about them, don't you?
Them?
The wrecking crew.
Right. They were with you. Valerie mentioned them.
Who the hell is Valerie?
It's complicated.
This agency. Who runs it?
Well, it was Cooper Ellis.
Of course. Ellis.
I'm sensing a history between you two?
Your boss was with us in Nam. Me and my team were basically created by Ellis. We were unauthorized black ops. We were, well, let's just say, we had that name for a reason. We were the team you would call when the shit hit the fan. We were the guys that would go to the nastiest zones, usually with little to no regard for our surroundings. We were rough around the edges.
Who was on the team?
Well, for starters, there's myself, Chuck Wagner. I'm not going to bore you with the details of my childhood. My father didn't beat my mom. I'm not an orphan. I was born into your traditional nuclear family. My journey with the Wrecking Crew starts where it always does. Good old-fashioned propaganda.
Another fight against the Axis powers for Captain Commando!
My favorite radio show was Captain Commando. He was this badass soldier that beat up evil Axis powers. I found old tapes my dad had, so when America was ready for war, I was too.
Of course, the Captain Commando couldn't do it without his nutritious cereal, Bran Flakes. Bran Flakes is a proud sponsor of the Captain Commando show. Back to the action.
Yes, yeah. It says that you volunteered. Looks like you were... Well, that can't be right. It says you were...
Killed in action?
Well, what happened?
Your boss happened. Jesus, is this your first day on the job? Keep up.
All right. Focus, Liberty.
When I arrived in Vietnam, it wasn't like in the movies. I was confused and disoriented, but I knew what I had to do. I felt like we were dropped into hell. This was nothing like Captain Commando. This was the furthest from some of those cheesy radio shows. But I was a soldier. This was my mission, and I was going to finish it. And that's when I was introduced to the team and Cooper Ellis. At this point, the Wrecking Crew was only known as Platoon 49. There were 4 of us. Of course, there was me, Chuck, Tough Love.
Tough Love?
His government name was Darius Jackson, but we only knew him as Tough Love.
Tough Love Jackson.
Yeah, and...
Well, it's a bit silly, isn't it?
Well, Tough Love is one of the nastiest motherfuckers on a battlefield. He's also one of the few people I would have by my side in that hell.
Sorry, I just didn't mean to offend you. I just think that Tough Love is kind of a funny name. Was he a volunteer as well?
Tough Love? Volunteer? No. The other members of the Wrecking Crew didn't share my level of enthusiasm. Now, do you want to know the rest of the team or not?
Sorry. Continue.
All right. Now, where was I? Right. There was me, Tough Love, Headshot, and Grandpa.
Grandpa? You've got Tough Love, now you've got Grandpa. Is this one of the fun nicknames? Do you remember his real name at all?
You know, if I'm being totally honest, I don't remember.
Okay. What about Headshot? What's his real name?
Arthur Bryce.
I think that name is familiar. Hold on. Control?
Yes, Agent Fisher.
Where the hell is that voice coming from?
Personal AI. I have a lot to teach you. Can you run a database research for Arthur Price, alias Headshot? Send whatever you find to me.
This is so fucking weird.
Sending to you now.
Thank you, Control. Can you tell me how you feel about Arthur?
Here's what I'll say about Bryce. This isn't just some cute nickname. That dude could do anything with his bow.
Okay, so now I know your team. How'd you meet Cooper Ellis?
We were sent on what we thought would be a routine mission. We were liberating a garrison we were told had some precious contraband. Things started how they usually do for us. Bryce would take out men and crow's nests or snipers. Then the rest of us would roll in and fuck shit up. But this time it was different. These guys were something I had never seen before. They were superpowered. They were...
Metahumans.
Yeah. They kicked our asses. Poor Grandpa didn't even make it out. And one of the metahumans put a damn ice spike right through his head. Bryce was found out and pinned down by gunfire. And Tough Love and I tried to flank them, but metahumans had other plans. I saw a wall starting to collapse on us, and
what happened?
I blacked out. The next thing I know, I'm in a hospital bed with Cooper Ellis bedside.
Easy. You're safe.
What? Where am I? Where's the team? What's happening?
I can explain everything. I just need you to calm down first. I understand there's a lot happening.
Who the hell are you?
It's me. I'm Cooper Ellis. I created the wrecking crew.
You sent us into that meat grinder.
I understand that you're angry, but you have to listen to me.
Let me out of this bed. Where's my team?
Your team is safe. I would implore you to listen to me.
Why the hell did you send us to that camp? Did you have bad intel?
Yes. We were told that it was a supply chain. We could have broken the backs of the Vietnamese.
Well, I hope it was worth it. We could have... Hell, we should have died.
Look, I lost people getting you guys out. This wasn't easy for me either.
What do you want?
The men that you fought, they were special.
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, the extraction team was able to get the package we wanted.
You stole from the supply chain?
Yes. We were trying to get what was in the base. Let me ask you this. How do you think those men were able to do what they did?
I don't know, some LSD or some shit?
Chuck, we really can change the war. What would you say to start over?
I don't understand.
Let me put it this way. According to the U.S. government, Platoon 49 died at that base. I have something that makes you more than a human.
Like those men at the base?
Yes, and I'm the only one that has it.
What are you saying, Ellis?
I'm saying that this is going to not only change the war, it's going to change the world. This is a paradigm shift. I know that this is all a lot to process. Take your time. I just want you to know that there's a reason I picked you.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
You're the best soldier we have. You should be the leader of a new world. The new hero for America.
Wow, I...
Get some rest. Talk to your team. I'll talk with you soon.
Did he really tell you that?
Yeah. Say what you will about Ellis, he is one hell of a salesman. I wanted to sign up right there.
What was stopping you?
It was a package deal. While Ellis liked me, he wanted the whole team.
Did he tell you why?
He never did. But my guess is a team of us is a little more intimidating than just one of us.
Interesting. Well, what happened next?
I did what Ellis asked of me. I took some time to heal up and then visited my team.
Okay. How'd they take it?
There was pushback for a while, especially from Tough Love, but eventually we agreed.
What was the process? How did they give you guys these powers?
Well, after we agreed, Ellis took us to a special Vietnam compound. I don't know how much you know about your boss, but when we were in Nam, he was a big spook. He was so paranoid our first meeting was in a makeshift vault. They even had us screened with technology that I never knew we would have in the late 60s.
Oh, that must be a primitive version of the scanners the MIA uses now.
Well, it sounds familiar. What the hell do those things do?
It's not as sci-fi as you'd think. It's not going to check your metachlorian levels.
What?
Right, you haven't seen those movies. They check your temperature, your vitals, things like that. Maybe even do a little DNA.
Okay, well, anyway, they scanned us and they had us all go to separate rooms. I'm trying to remember what Ellis said. That's right, he said,
Gentlemen, if you don't mind, we were attempting to try different serums for each of you. We're trying to differentiate from each one and monitoring the side effects.
Around this time, Ellis had many failed attempts before your team. I've seen a lot of different records, so I mean, it makes sense that he was trying to split you guys up.
They put me in this rounded out coffin. My arms were strapped in, and those straps had syringes ready to inject straight into my veins. They slowly closed the coffin and gave me a countdown. As soon as the man said 1, they hit me with the serum.
Holy shit.
It was the worst few seconds of my life. It felt like someone flooded my veins with thousands of fire ants. I felt like the air was being ripped from my lungs. Then it stopped, and I felt the effects almost instantly. When they opened the seal, I just felt powerful. Everyone else made it through. And now Ellis had his superhero hit squad ready to roll out and deliver some good old-fashioned American democracy. Surprisingly, he did give us some time to rest up before our mission.
How much time did he give you?
Almost a week. That was the doctor's orders. They wanted to give us some time for our bodies to adapt. We were dealing with science we didn't quite understand.
Okay, well, what were you feeling on that week off?
At first, it was kind of like a really bad cold. I had trouble sleeping. It was heating up, and then I put a sheet over me, and then I was freezing again. So it was a bit of a long week. Luckily for me, I was able to overcome it in a few days. After that, we'd start training.
So what kind of training did you go through?
We were doing some insane things, testing the limits of what we could do. Tough Love and I were tossing cars like they were tissues. We were doing curls and bench presses with steel beams. It was better than any other time in my life. It was powerful.
Well, all that time off, did you feel ready for your first mission?
Absolutely. We had a fun code name for our first mission.
Oh yeah? What was that?
The Meat Grinder.
Clever.
Agent Fisher, you are being contacted by an unknown source.
You better take that.
Shut up. I'll be right back.
Okay, Control. Put him through.
Connecting.
What has he told you?
He seems legit. He told me that Ellis saved him and his team. He offered them a serum, offered to make them into metahumans. Brown mentioned something about Liberty attacking a village. I haven't had a chance to question him about that.
You don't have time. You're about to get a promotion.
I'm sorry, what? How?
You're about to find out.
Attention all MIA staff. Before the death of Cooper Ellis, he left a message for everyone.
Thank you, Control. Yes, the news is true. I, Cooper Ellis, have died. While I'm sure this brings great sorrow, the Metahuman Intelligence Agency must move forward. This is my favorite part. That's why, effective immediately, Bryce Dwayne will be your new head of the MIA. I've also appointed Agent Fisher to Director of Operations. Also effective immediately, I may be gone, but my legacy will live on.
End of message.
Holy shit. Metahuman Intelligence Agency, Chapter 7, Liberty and Justice for All. Written and directed by Jake Willams. Produced by Cosmic Octave and Purple Lion Company. Starring Jake Willams as Agent Fisher and Major Liberty. Luke Moyer as Bryce Dwayne, Shadowblade, and Cooper Ellis. Ashley Williams as Control. Additional voices by Jake Willams and Luke Moyer.